Double Mega News Set! Execute! We have a double slot in of Mega Man Battle Network fan community news today. First, the 5th demo of the fan game Mega Man Battle Network Chrono X is releasing on March 18th. V5 lets you play through a new scenario featuring Pirate Man and Mr. Famous's new NetNavi, Cactus Man. Good to know Mr. Famous still picks the interesting ones. You'll also obtain the first Memento transformation based on Quickman. Returning players may notice some revamped graphics and new chips as well. The most important addition, however, is online multiplayer, which is all done in-game. No Hamachi or any other weird third-party applications required. You can even net battle players across different devices around the world. Do you play on the PC but your friend only has a smartphone to play on? No problem, my man. It's still 100% possible to net battle them. At least that's what the trailer promises, and if the promise holds true, this is really big for the EXE community. Now comes the part where I have to address something before y'all holler at me about it in the comments again. You already did it, didn't you? Since this project's inception, I've had several questions directed at myself, such as, yo, is ShadowRock gonna LP this when it comes out?
Thanks, Nani.
Well, in the past, I held off on playing this game, as in I have literally never touched any of the previous demos before, because they were just that, demos. I was always interested in doing an LP at some point, but I wanted to save myself for the full game so I could experience the entire story, chips, bosses, and transformations while it was still all new to me. Although now, online multiplayer without the need of Hamachi is pretty big. So here's the deal. Here's a poll. I'm pretty sure I already know the outcome of all of this, but if y'all want me to showcase this game that badly, here's your chance to show it. Click on that poll up there, and let's see if you want it. I'll totally do an LP if that's what you decide. And afterwards, maybe you'll see me on the online net battle arena, hey! After all, my part of our Battle Network 2 LP is nearing its end, and TGP plans to play Battle Network 1. Or is TGP still gonna be playing Battle Network 1? Because that is a great segue into our next piece of news here. Members over at the Rockman EXE Zone, or we just call them Trez, have been working on a full translation for the DS title, Rockman EXE Operate Shooting Star, which was essentially a port of Battle Network 1, but with the addition of a new scenario featuring Clockman and Geo, aka Star Force Mega Man. The game also made some balance changes to the chips, added Geo as a playable character, and there's some Star Force related chips in there as well. Also, can't forget the main characters got new mugshots, and there's an extra mode called the Star Coliseum. But the thing is, that Star Force scenario didn't even show up until towards the end of the game, so until then it was just Battle Network 1 again. So yeah, at the end of the day, this is probably the laziest way Capcom could have done a Battle Network and Star Force crossover game. And as a result, the game didn't do very hot in Japan, like at all. And thus the game never saw an official English release. So back in the day, the only reason we liked this game was that it gave us a Star Force Mega Man sprite in the Battle Network style, so we could put it into our Battle Network 6 patches. Yeah, it's pretty funny. Anyways, in the past, people have attempted to translate this, but the closest we got was one guy translating the chips and menus before he literally gave up. Now the talented folks at Trez are picking up the slack, adding in the original Battle Network 1 script while fixing some typos, translating a new scenario, and giving it the dubbed title Mega Man Battle Network Operate Star Force. I think it should have been Operation Star Force, but okay. So let's see how much progress they have made so far. Main scenario is done, fully playable. Crossover scenario is translated, needs some editing though. Star Coliseum is mostly done, and menus and graphics are also mostly done. They also list the download as soon, so it doesn't sound like too much longer until we can play this enhanced port in English at long last. As a crossover game, this game was super lazily done, let's be honest here. But it is still technically the superior version of Battle Network 1, so that's why we'll definitely be LPing this one over the original if and when the translation is complete. Hey, that's another request I got a lot from you folks. What do you know, it's almost like Christmas. Well, Merry Christmas in March then. Vote in that Chrono X poll, and for more on Mega Man Battle Network, Mega Man in general, and other Mega S stuff, stay tuned to ShadowRockZX. Until next time, rock on!